You know, I gotta say, I never expected to pick up this figure, let alone this mold from Siege at all. I couldn't think of any customs to do out of it, and the characters that were for it were already things that I already have or were planning to get already for something else. So really, I was just gonna pass on it, until my good friend Kid Convoy 82 decided to send me this guy. This is Siege Barricade, and honestly, I regret not giving stores money for this. This specifically though, Prowl, Smokescreen, and Blue Streak are figures that I was already going to get the universe versions of, but for Barricade, this is the ticket. So you guys may be wondering who Barricade is. Well, he's had a pretty interesting history, so why don't I tell you about it? To give you the entire rundown,
He used to be a Micromaster, part of the Racetrack Patrol, along with Groundhog, Motorhead, and Roller Force. And that's all he was for a long time until Energon came along, where he was the Onslaught stand-in for Bruticus Maximus. And it wasn't until 2007 that he became the Barricade that we all know and love today, that being this guy. And he showed up in 3 movies in total, the 2007 movie, Dark of the Moon, and The Last Night, the last of which being my least favorite. He also for some reason had a new version of himself that showed up in War for Cybertron, the video game, but that version we don't really talk about that much because A, he wasn't shown that much, and B, we don't have a toy of him from Hasbro or a third-party company, so not really much we can do there.
But yeah guys, I gotta say, this might be my preferred version of Barricade. Nothing at all against the gift that Mateo Potato sent me, but this toy is just kind of a mess. Nothing really tabs together that well, his arms are really lanky, and his vehicle mode can't hold together worth anything, and his transformation is honestly just really difficult, especially when you don't have instructions like I don't. It's a shame because I do like Movieverse Barricade, just maybe not this version of it. But then again, Movieverse Barricades have always kind of had some pretty not great toys. It's sad when the best of them probably is the 2007 version. If the Studio Series is being outclassed by a toy that's 13 years old at this point, there's a problem. But if you do want a Barricade that's genuinely good, go with this guy. Yeah, he's just a repaint, slight remold of Prowl, but honestly, just having it like this, it's honestly pretty nice. He's got some shoulder launchers up here, he's got some Cybertronian things on the sides that make him emulate his police car look, some translucent purple down here on his legs that honestly looks really cool, especially when it catches the light. Same thing for the wheels there, good show. Honestly, I'm sure you could paint this guy to look more like Movieverse Barricade if you really wanted to, but for me, I think this is enough as it is. Just give him Siege Frenzy to partner up with whenever he comes in, and now you've got another fun little team up. And so we come to the vehicle mode. And again, just with how this dude's painted, it very much looks just like how he's supposed to. Nice Decepticon symbol up front here. The light bar up here is also removable, but you don't have to, and it kind of ruins the look without it, so just leave it on. These guys up front are also removable, and arguably that looks better. You can leave these on for like a Cybertronian mode, or just because you are too lazy to take them off, sort of like how I can be. You can also plug them together to make a singular peg and stick them right on top here, which looks dumb, but I mean, it's your toy, you can do whatever the hell you want. One thing that kind of sucks though is that when you try to roll them around, the wheels don't always catch. Like just on certain surfaces it tends to not catch, but this back wheel back here on mine, it likes to stick a lot. Like, it doesn't roll freely like the others. You look at that. Rolling nice and free. This guy, no. It'll work with you if you fiddle around with it for a bit, but you really shouldn't have to. Honestly, it's just a minor nitpick, though. It's still a pretty good toy. And honestly, I think this might be one of the rare times where you should get some Remper labels for this guy. Make him look even more like how he's supposed to. But yes, I can say that Barricade can stay, and honestly might be my stand-in for a character for a long time. So that has been another review from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been 01 Trans Fan, the #1. I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy, guys.